Okay. Do you remember a time when it felt like the world was on the same page? It's increasingly concerning that the entire planet is unable to make decisions that benefit us all. It did happen though. January 27th, 1967. And at desks in London, Moscow, and Washington, people are meeting to sign a document that outlines the future of space. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 set out a few things. It prohibited the use of nuclear weapons in space. It limited the use of planets and other celestial bodies to peaceful purposes. And it secured the rights of all nations to freely explore outside. A really crucial part of this is that no country was able to claim the stars as their own. You couldn't, for instance, land on a patch of ground in Mars and say the United States now owns this. And that's pretty incredible. In the decades leading up to this treaty, the world had gone through a massive state of decolonization. Countries that had been the property of other countries for a really long time were suddenly their own. From the Philippines to Pakistan, from Myanmar to Madagascar, we've gone through this state of deciding this had been a bad idea. And in the future, we're looking forward to the stars, avoiding that same mistake. It's also really optimistic to say we might even make it to the stars. Not long before 1967, we'd come this close to being totally annihilated in the Cuban Missile Crisis. And so when I think back to these various countries, some today that don't get along, deciding upon the future together, and that's a future that's hopeful, it feels so alien. It feels so far from where we are today, where everything seems to be about who can win rather than who can work together. But the key thing about this is that human beings haven't changed. We're still operating on the same software we've always operated on. It's just that the narratives around us have changed. We are more isolated, more angry, and have less security than we've ever had before. And that leads us to wanting to compete. We can change this though. And it starts by understanding what are the actions that I'm taking as an individual? What am I advocating for? And how am I creating more connection and more understanding in my own environment? And I realize that sounds quite trite, that you could influence these grand decisions like the Outer Space Treaty through your own individual actions. But it is true today, as it always has been true, that small communities impact larger society.